Bearded Bros podcast on the Titan Sports Network.
Two bearded dudes sitting in a pod, talking sports, never really bored. From football to basketball, they dive deep, laughing and debating, making us keep. They share their thoughts, no matter how wild. In a room filled with beard and pride, the refs might not understand, but they know what's right. No need to explain. The Bearded Bros, they're the best. Podcast fun with no rest. Sports talk with a side of jest. Laugh and learn as they say. They're not afraid to disagree. In a world of sports, they'll always be free. Bearded wisdom, you can rely. In their podcast, you won't feel shy. Through wins and losses, they stay true. Discussing every play through and through. Their passion for games is clear to see. In their chatter, we all agree. The Bearded Bros, they're the best. Podcast fun with no rest. Sports talk with a side of jest. Laugh and learn as they say. They're not just talk, they act too. Making jokes, giving us a clue. The Bearded Bros, they're the crew. Podcast fun till the very end, you knew. Bearded Bros, they're the crew. Podcast fun till the very end, you knew.
Happy Sunday, everybody. It is July 20th, and you know what that means. We are 2 more weeks away from August, which is football month, and I am so excited about that.
Yeah, it feels like football just ended, and basketball was like a little bit into season. Well, not a little bit, but, you know.
Yeah.
Not almost halfway, and then now basketball is completely over, and well, football's about to start. So I am
about to start up. That's what we got on tap tonight, Dustin.
Well, we have a special guest, of course, as always. We enjoy having all of our guests on, but we have a really special one tonight. So we're excited to talk with him and hear his journey into where he is now. We're going to talk about we're going to get into a little bit of football tonight. Like, I think me and Derek are too antsy. We can't wait any longer. So we're going to break down a couple conferences tonight. So we're excited about that. We're going to start doing that over the next couple shows until we break them all down. And then we got a little bit of news in the NBA, NFL, nothing too crazy. And then we're going to end the show with I think there's only one way to end the show tonight, and that's to talk about Dustin Poirier and his last fight last night over in Louisiana in his hometown. There's no way we cannot talk about that. So that's what we'll end with tonight. And so before we bring our guest in, let's play our sponsor for the evening, and then we will get him in here to chat with them.
How's it going, man?
Going great.
Oh, again, man, appreciate you jumping in and hanging out with us. So I got to kind of start off by saying this. Once you popped up on the Twitter, and so I clicked follow back to give you some love back, and I got to reading and I got to looking. Congratulations on a 4.5, first and foremost.
Yeah, that's insane.
That is nuts. That is, a lot of people don't know this, but that is 4.0 better than what Dustin had when he graduated.
Exactly.
So that's massive. Congratulations. And then I got to looking at all of your not all of them, but some of your scholarship offers, Harvard, Yale, Brown, Penn. I mean that's amazing that those kind of schools not only wanted you athletically but also academically because you could reach their level. So first of all, congratulations to that man. That is a true student athlete if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, seriously.
So
By the way,
Kyle,
I want to ask him something real quick, Darren. What's your favorite subject? Being that smart, I mean, you're like genius level, right? So I'm curious what your favorite subject is in school, if you have one.
My favorite subject in school has always been math. I've always been a numbers guy and solving. I feel like outside of school it's reading and writing, but I never liked it in school. But in schools, it was definitely always math.
Yeah,
Okay.
same here, but like I still wasn't good at it. So,
so man, kind of take
reading's
us
good
down.
for you too. Reading is good for you outside of school.
Yes, sir.
Kind of take us down your journey of when you started playing. Like, was it always football for you? Have you kind of played all sports?
So I've only played 2 sports. Really, I started playing baseball first when I was like 3 or 4, and then when we moved down to Florida, my family and I moved down to Florida. That's when I started playing football at around 10 years old. And then I played both kind of equally all the way throughout Little League and high school. And so football, obviously, Little League, and then got to freshman year high school and continued to play football. And kind of freshman year is when I really made the transition, kind of prioritizing football over baseball.
Where did y'all move from?
Atlanta. I was born in Atlanta.
Okay. Did you like baseball? I mean, I know you say you played it, but I mean, what was kind of the determining factor of I need to do one or the other?
I mean, I love baseball. I love both sports. I would say going into it, it was kind of just looking at for me and my dad helped me make the decision. We were kind of looking at the competition level and seeing where I was and seeing where I stacked up, and I believe that I could kind of get ahead in football. Kind of looking at the way my competition was shaping out my freshman year of football, and I figured that I could take football a little bit farther than baseball, and that could have a higher upside for me. So that was really the decision.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not putting words in your mouth, but did you do that also to be able to focus 100% on football and not having to worry about both?
Kind of. For me, I always felt like if I could be a good enough football player, then the baseball part was going to come easier for me. Since baseball, I started playing baseball longer, and especially the positions that I chose to play in football, it took a lot of time and hard work to kind of hone my craft on it. So I definitely knew I needed to prioritize that first and kind of not put baseball on the back burner. But when it's baseball season, it's baseball season. But every other time of the year is football season. So,
right.
Yeah, I like that. Well, let's kind of get into the high school stuff. So you're in high school. You've kind of transitioned from the dual sport to now we're focusing on one thing. When did the recruiting start for you?
I would say recruiting heavily picked up for me this January. But my sophomore year was kind of my breakout year. And that's when I really started communicating with coaches a lot and going on visits and things like that. But I didn't get my first offer until this January.
Okay. And you're going to be a senior, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you still have a whole another year left.
Yes.
What was it like to get that first phone call? To get that first offer that says, "Hey, all your hard work, we want you."
It was crazy. So I was in school, and so the school I'm at, West Boca, we had a lot of coaches coming through. So we knew the coaches were always coming through, and it was probably school starts at like 8. It was probably like 8:10 or 8:20. So or still early in the morning. My coach called me up to the office, and it was Western Kentucky. And Western Kentucky coach kind of sat us down. It was me and one of my other teammates. He's a DB as well. He sat us down and said that he loved our film and he loved the way that we play and that he wanted to offer us a full ride. And it was crazy. It was something that I feel like every kid that plays football dreams about. They don't know what that conversation is going to sound like. They don't know how it's going to go. and it was everything that I expected to be. I called my mom, called my dad the moment that I walked out of the room. Couldn't start smiling the rest of the day.
I was just going to say, man, if that would have been me, especially that early in the morning, nobody would have been able to tell me nothing the rest of the day. Teacher, turn in your homework. Hey, you turn in your homework. I'm D1 right now. Like, don't come at me like that. But that's awesome.
It was crazy because I got my first one that morning, and then I actually got home that night, and then that's when Cornell called me, and they were my first Ivy League offer that night. So I got my first FBS offer, Western Kentucky, and then I got my first Ivy League offer in the same day. And so at that point, I remember walking around the neighborhood at like 10:30 at night because I was just like, I couldn't believe it happened.
Yeah, I imagine.
Hey, if that was me, I'm not even going to school the next day. I'd be like, man, I got 2 offers now. Yeah, I'm taking the day off. Like, let me take all this in because I can't focus on even school right now. I got a 4.5 GPA. Y'all don't even need me there right now. Like, y'all don't even need me there. I'm good.
So, on your recruiting side, were you? I know we've talked about this. Me and Dustin talked about this with some other people. Did you use X a lot for your recruiting, or was it that apparently that thing is huge for recruiting, and we didn't know that until we kind of got into the interview side with people that it was so big?
Yeah, absolutely. X and Twitter helped out the most. Most coaches are on that app. They'll tell you, oh, email them. They don't really reply to emails. The numbers that are public aren't their real numbers. Like those are they have coaches' phone numbers. They don't respond to those numbers. It's really Twitter. So if you get a follow back and a response on Twitter, it helps out the most. And that's how they can see your film, reach out to your coaches, everything like that. Unless they're gonna come into your school or just call your phone directly.
Call you directly.
Yeah. I that, like Derek said, that is such a big platform for recruiting. I mean, I'm not surprised because social media is so big now. But it kind of makes it worthwhile knowing you're putting that effort in to get recruited, and then you do get recruited. Like, you're putting the work in, not just your coaches or your parents. Some parents, they like to help recruit. So that's pretty cool that you get that opportunity to put that work in, then you get that offer. It feels rewarding in the end. What other FBS schools have looked at you or offered you outside of Western Kentucky?
Western Kentucky, Army, and Navy. I think
okay. Those are big.
Did you take official visits to all the other schools?
I only took one official visit.
You only took one official? Where was that to?
Dartmouth.
Oh, okay. Oh, because you were. So if I read this right, you were going to play football and baseball at Dartmouth, correct?
Yes, sir.
So that, I mean, that's
crazy.
It is. I can't imagine. I see some of these schedules of these kids that say just play football or just play basketball, and it's like 6 a.m. to 8 or 9 at night. They're doing something. I couldn't imagine doing that for 2 seasons in college. Like that is wild.
Yeah, that's wild. I wouldn't be able to do it. There's no way.
So
I couldn't stay focused to do it. That's what I meant. Like,
yeah.
I'd be like, okay, I'm worried about football. I'm still worried about baseball, and I'm worried about academics. Like, when do I have a little bit of me time?
Time.
Especially when you're a young adult, you want to explore a little bit. But the grind comes once you commit to that sport or sports. The grind is the grind. So it's big. So let's talk about you were committed to Army. What was that choice for you? What was the difference between the other schools and Army, if you can talk about it?
Absolutely. So for Army, I would say the first thing that stood out to me was the relationship that I made with my position coach, Coach Dixon, and then the relationship I made with the head coach. Coach Dixon, my cornerbacks coach, he's from South Florida. He played at the University of Florida, and he's actually like a family friend. So I was able to build that connection. Wow. And then when we went up there, when we did take the visit to Army, just having the conversations with the coach's staff, it just felt like it was people that I could trust and people that I could see my a future with. So that was big for me.
That's awesome. We actually had the privilege of watching Army play this last year.
I was just saying, we went to the Independence Bowl when Army played Louisiana Tech.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was Dustin's first college game.
That was my first college game ever, so it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Kind of what I've heard this before, but I don't know really. How does the Army stuff work as far as football wise? I mean, like, because you're still obligated to the Army, but do you how do you balance that of enlisting, doing the football thing, and kind of if your future led you to the NFL, like how would that all mesh?
So for the 4 years that you're at the academy, you're a college student. You're a college student. You're on a college schedule. The only time that you do anything that has to do with the military is over the summer. And then obviously during the school timeline, you go to school, you go to class like every other Division I FBS football player. So Army is in the same conference as FAU, Tulane during the school year. They do the same thing that all of those football players do. It's not until you graduate that you have to do anything in regards to the military.
Okay,
Gotcha.
okay. Are you and you're still? Is it still a 4-year commitment after you graduate?
Yes.
Okay. So I didn't know exactly how all that worked. So has being in the Army always been kind of something you wanted to do?
No, not necessarily. For me, a big part of this decision was I feel like I'm going into it. I'm excited to play football.
Mhm.
I'll play on a big platform of football, like you said. They play big games. They play on TV, so that's the first thing that I'm worried about. Making the most of it. I'm going and playing football, trying to get on the field early and make a huge impact. The military side of things. My dad was in the military. My grandma was in the military, so it's not something that I don't know anything about. So it's not it was never a path that I was scared of or didn't want to do. It was just looking into it. It kind of all played out the way it did, so I wasn't opposed to it.
That's awesome, man.
We just had
Yeah, 'cause
a follower on TikTok just said that you are his favorite athlete. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who this guy is, but shout out to John Komrensky. Do you know him?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Oh, okay. You are his favorite athlete, man. So big shout out to Mr. John for not only watching but for commenting and hanging out with us.
But so you play DB. Did you ever play, or do you, or have you played any offense at all, or quite a bit of offense, or has it always been just mostly defense for you?
Okay, so I would say my first 3 years of high school, I was a receiver. Ever since I started playing football, really, I was a receiver.
Okay.
This is funny because I always went back and forth with my dad about it. I always wanted to be a receiver, and he always told me that I should be a DB. And so my freshman and my sophomore year, I was strictly a receiver. Played a little bit of defense. My sophomore year, I actually had 1,000 receiving yards, and so I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna play receiver in college. And then come my junior year, so last season, I kind of took a little bit more time to focus on DB, and I was like, dang, I really like this defense stuff. And then as I started talking to more coaches and college coaches came through, and coaches were telling me like, hey, like we really think that you could be a defensive back at the next level. That's when I kind of the light switched for me.
That, that's got to stink a little bit because like Dad was right. You know what I mean? Like Dad was the one that kind of told you that's what you needed to do.
It's hard to admit sometimes, but I mean, we have the same goal, so it's just for me to get as far as possible. So it is what it is.
It's hate sometimes telling your parents are right. Even at my age, I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Hey, big another shout out for one of your buddies, Ryan Hansen. He said he was your best friend all the way up, man. Grew up with you. So thanks for jumping in, Ryan.
That's awesome. That is awesome, man. Well, going into college, I know you have neither high school. Do you kind of have an idea? I mean, are you going to major anything in specifically, or just kind of basics football?
I haven't came to a decision on that yet. Like I said, the focus is really football for me. I still have a year and a half to decide what I'm gonna do, but the goal is to find something that'll translate. Because obviously academics is still a big piece for me. So find something that can translate because football's not forever.
That's right.
Yeah, you got to use that 4.5 GPA somehow, man. I'm sure it helps on the field, but
being in Florida, obviously there's always the big thing. Who produces the better athletes? Florida, Texas. Tell us some people that maybe you play against that you enjoy playing. You enjoy locking them down, or have you played against those guys?
Yeah, so being in South Florida, every single game that I suit up, it's good talent. Actually, I see Dustin has a Texas background. So our first game of the season, we play Chaminade Madonna. They just got a 5-star running back to commit, Derek Cooper.
Okay. Yeah. So I knew it, I thought you were in Central Florida, but it's South Florida.
South Florida, yes, sir.
Okay. I've heard of the school West Boca.
Yes.
Am I saying that right? I've heard
Yes,
of them before, but I wasn't 100% sure kind of where they were. What's your favorite stadium to play in? I mean, do you have a favorite?
Home stadium. I like playing at
You like playing at home?
I like playing at the home field. Actually, I do. I like playing at any away stadium as well too, especially being a corner. I was always lined up on the opposing team's sideline, so it's always cool to be lined up on the opposing team's sideline and closest to their stands. You can kind of hear everything and hear it. It's a pretty cool experience.
What schools do y'all play over there? Like in your maybe whether it's district or just on their schedule, like some big schools that are just big known outside of maybe yours.
So we play our first game of the season. We play Chaminade. Our third game of the season, we play Bergen Catholic. They're coming down from New Jersey. They're the number 1 team in New Jersey.
Oh wow!
Palm Beach Central is a good team in the area, and Atlantic is a good team in the area. And then when we get into playoffs, we play a couple teams from Orlando, Mandarin, and Osceola. So, but really, our biggest 2 games are we have Chaminade. I think Chaminade they just did the Max Preps rank. Chaminade is number 6, and Bergen Catholic is number 20. And they're coming.
Wow! How big is the school you attend? Is it? I mean, I don't know how it is in Florida, but like 6A. So you're the big.
So
okay,
you're a big school.
So you're big.
Yeah, so 7A is the biggest, so we're right under that 6A.
Oh, y'all have 7A in Florida.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Golly.
That's insane. I don't even know what 7A looks like. The biggest I've ever seen is 6A, and they're like obviously in the Dallas area, of course. You know, there's one here in town where we're at, but 7A. Wow.
Well, I can say one thing: Texas schools are way bigger than Florida schools in any regard.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
A Texas 4A is probably a Florida 6A or 7A.
Oh, really? That's surprising to me.
So just curious, how many kids would you say you have in your grade?
In my grade?
Yeah, just I mean,
I couldn't even tell you.
Would you say 1,000?
Probably less than 1,000 in my grade.
Oh wow, yeah. Because they're like Allen, they graduated 1,700 and they're 6A.
Yeah, no.
And y'all are 1,000, less than 1,000 as a 6A. That's wild. Yeah.
Have y'all played any Texas schools in your high school career?
No, I haven't. I played a Georgia school. We played Camden County. That's the only state team we played. And then this upcoming season, Bergen Catholic is the only out of state team we're playing.
Since you've been in high school, how has the team done?
So the school I'm at, I actually just got to the school I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just got to West Boca in January. I went there for baseball. I played the baseball season there. So this is going to be my first season with them.
Okay. Are they pretty good? I mean.
Yeah, so last season, they were the only team in Florida to go 15-0. They went undefeated and won the state championship.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
But bring a lot back or not so much? Or
yeah, I think we have like 25 seniors in the class of 2026. So
wow.
Oh yeah, y'all are gonna be loaded again.
Yes,
that's exciting. Any chance of ESPN doing the New Jersey game?
So the Chaminade game is on ESPN, and the Bergen Catholic game should be. I know it's sponsored by Adidas. It's the Adidas Classic. So
your first game is on ESPN.
So I'm pretty sure both of them will be on ESPN.
What day is that on?
August 15th.
August 15th.
Yeah.
ESPN.
I don't know if it's the 14th or the 15th. It's on a Thursday, though.
That's the 14th. That's the 14th.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm going to check that out.
I will definitely be tuned into that 100%. That's freaking awesome.
I love high school football in general. So when I know I can watch somebody on TV, especially ESPN, I'm locked. I'm locked. What number are you, by the way?
2.
You're gonna be number 2. All right, hold on. Where's my? I got
it. I just wrote it on the calendar.
I'm gonna be looking for number 2. That's it. So No
Go
receiver this year at all? You going to try to get on the receiving end a little bit, or just stick with DB this year?
That's going to be up to me. That's going to be up to my to the head man. Obviously I know the playbook. I know all the calls on defense, know all the calls on offense. It's going to come down to whatever personnel he wants on the field. We're a run first team. So we have a pretty strong receiving core of guys that are just only playing receiver. So if I'm needed, I'll definitely be there. I'll definitely be on the field if I'm needed. But as of right now, I'm focusing on the defensive side of the ball.
If you had to classify yourself in terms of a cornerback, who do you resemble your game after?
I would say Trayvon Diggs, because
I love it.
He was a guy that transitioned from receiver to corner. And I say the biggest thing from my transition was the ball skills thing, wanting to go get those interceptions. He was a little bit more raw. I would say I'm a little bit more raw, kind of on the technique side. But when it comes to ball skills and just knowing what a receiver is going to do, that can't be taught. So I say I have that ability. So I would say that's my.
Do you think that was such a going from receiver to defensive back, even just playing straight defense? Was you think it was such a good transition because you do have those ball skills already? Now it's easier, maybe not easier, but you know where you're going up at the point of the ball. You know exactly where to go with it, playing defense.
Absolutely. You could gain a lot from it just from knowing the way a receiver's set up, his stance, where his eyes are. It helps you. It puts you a second ahead of a play. And that's a big advantage. You could be a great DB without knowing any of that stuff, but knowing that stuff can make you a game changer.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean that's a great comparison. As Cowboy fans, we'd like to hear that.
Yeah. if you could guard one receiver in NFL, past, present, future, doesn't matter. Who are you locking up?
Who do I think I could lock up, or if I had the chance to?
If you had the chance, who would you want? No matter the era, nothing. Who do you want to go one-on-one against?
I'd want to go one-on-one against Antonio Brown. I want to see.
I love it, dude. I think Antonio Brown had one of the greatest, if not the greatest, 5-year stretch in NFL history for a receiver. I mean, 120-plus catches. The dude was phenomenal, and I don't know how he did it. I mean, he just always seemed to be open.
Yeah,
crazy. That's a good one.
Crazy footwork. I want to see what that looks like in real time.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. All right, so I always like to ask this: if you had to pick, if you could get any phone call from any school, where would you like to go play for? Nothing against anyone you're going to, but if you had that one phone call, like it's the dream school, who would that be for you?
I'm committed to my dream school.
Oh, that's great. That's perfect.
Yeah,
no, that's
awesome.
That's perfect. That's a great answer. I just like to hear that because I'm hoping and praying someone. I always try to outdo Derek because he's an A&M guy. I'm a Texas guy, so I'm always hoping to get that Longhorn up. If I don't get it, I'm good because I think I'm ahead on him anyways. So I'm good. I just like to. Hey, you're home. That's good.
That phone call when Coach Dixon called me, that was the dream phone call for me. So
that's awesome, man.
Well, if we always ask this kind of before we close with the interview. Is there anything that either you want to talk about that maybe we didn't ask, or anything that you want to kind of tell to the younger kids that are watching, just about the journey, just about the recruiting side, just about anything in general?
I would say on the recruiting side, run your own race. I always felt like I was ahead of people talent-wise, but my offers and things like that didn't show it. So you need to run your own race. I think everything will play out. If you're the player that you believe that you are, it'll play out and you'll end up exactly where you need to be. Just be where your feet are and take advantage of every opportunity that you have. You don't want to be worried about other people or be thinking too far ahead in the future because you could miss the opportunity that you have at the moment. So
I love it.
That's great advice.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, definitely going to lock in August. I'm 100%, like it's on the calendar. I'm going to stop and get me some nachos or some tacos. I'm going to do something. I'm going to sit on the couch, and I'm going to watch a football game on television.
Yeah, me too. I'm locked in.
And if you want to, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out into the universe. Stick your cell phone underneath the goalpost, and when you get a pick six, give me a shout, and we'll talk on live TV. Who was it? T.O.? No, Joe Horn did it for the Saints. He pulled the phone out and made the phone call. We'll even do it live. If you want to just leave it live, we can do a live chat, man. So I'm gonna put that out there. ESPN pick six on August the 14th. Mark it down.
Maybe when that last play goes off, I could give y'all a call on the field.
Hey, dude, I will send you a link. I will send you a link to the chat, and all you got to do is hit it, and you come right in here. We'll be waiting on you.
We'll be waiting.
That would be awesome, man. But I'm going to keep your contact information. We would love to hear from you. Definitely at the end of the year to kind of see how you guys did. And for sure going to be following you, on your next step through Army. And just looking forward to seeing how you kind of turn out in life and what the future holds for you.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you very much, man.
Yes, sir. Have a great day.
Yes, sir.
You too, man.
Awesome.
That was awesome.
Awesome. I mean,
you know what I love the most about that entire thing, Derek, is when I asked him about he could get that one phone call. He went.
He was there.
He's there.
Yeah.
I love it. And I'm not. It's nothing to knock on anyone. When you actually get to go to your dream school to play sports or do whatever it is you're going to do, it's awesome, man. And
I always said if A&M was to ever call, I would shut the recruiting down immediately. Even if they told me I was going to be like third or fourth string, like I would shut it down immediately because that would be it for me. Like that would be it. And I don't care if they're the 72nd school that offers me. Hey, y'all first 71, y'all just wasted y'all's time. I appreciate all the gear. I appreciate the official visits, but I'm sorry.
I'm shutting it down.
It's over with.
That's awesome, man. I can't wait to watch him play on August the 14th.
Yeah, dude, I am pumped for that now. Like that got me excited.
Yeah, because that's right around where football and high school starting. So I can't remember if you said that was a first or second game, but I'm gonna definitely tune in to watch him play. You might have to remind me on that.
Yeah,
day.
I got it it's on the calendar.
So I'm excited for that. Well, man, let's talk about let's talk about what we're going to do tonight with this football stuff. I'm excited. It feels like football is starting, but we got a little while. But I think we're doing the right thing with this.
Dude, I calculated it up. There are 10. We'll call them major conferences, with the Power Fives, and then the more mid majors, the American, the Conference USA. There are 10 of them. We're exactly 5 weeks away from college football. I figured we do 10 every Sunday just to kind of get us rolling in that right direction, and I think we'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
Now, preference. This is not. We're not picking the winners of these conferences. That's going to be on our preview show. We're just going to kind of ask questions and concerns about what we got coming up.
Yep, I love it, man. Well, kick us off, man. Start us off with what you want to. I love it. Right off the bat.
Yeah, I'm going straight AC. There's another reason that I pulled this up. Do we see how stupid this conference looks? I mean, realistically, like, I know.
I feel bad for 3 teams right off the bat. And it's the 3 obvious teams. Like, the most traveling has got to be from Cal and Stanford. Why are they traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast?
It's so dumb. But this is where we're going to start off with. I think Clemson is head and shoulders above the best team in the ACC. I don't think that's anywhere close. I'm not even sure Clemson's not one of the top 4 teams in the country of how good they are. Kay Klubnik, I was high on him last year. I thought he was unbelievable. He really showed. There was some talk early last year in our shows that he wasn't that good. Like, he only played in the first 4 weeks. He only played a total of 9 quarters in 4 weeks. No, 8 quarters in 4 weeks. I'm sorry. So he was doing something right. So definitely looking forward to that. But I also want to know who is next in the ACC. Like, and I kind of told you this. I've got a plethora of teams. I've got the Florida State, I've got the SMU, I've got the Miami. I mean, does SMU still have the same explosiveness that they had last year? Are they still going to be high on that, riding that high that they had last year? Florida State kind of getting the Boston College quarterback to come down. They had an atrocious year. So, kind of, what are they going to look like? Miami, how do you replace Cam Ward? Right? I mean, that's the main question.
They replaced him with Carson Beck, so we'll see how that works.
Right? I mean, is that really replacing him, or are you just like patching until you can get somebody?
Obviously, it's a short-term patch because Carson Beck. I mean, if I'm correct, this is his last year of eligibility. So yes. It's a patch, of course. I'm going to assume that there is another quarterback on that staff that will kind of get that 1 year bench, get to learn from Carson Beck. Because, I mean, I think Carson Beck's a good quarterback. But going from Georgia to Miami, I think is going to be a little shell shock in the beginning because you're going from a team in Georgia that they've always been able to run pass and defense. Now you're going to a pass heavy and not the best defense, right? I mean, we see Miami's scoring last year. You had to score a lot. Even with Cam Ward, you had to. I mean, look what happened when they lost to Syracuse. Like, they had to score a lot of points, and they still couldn't win. So does that defense get better? Because Carson Beck's kind of used to that Georgia-type defense. So now Carson Beck's going to have to really play his best ball all year long because Miami's defense hadn't been good since, the 90s, early 2000s? Like, that, I mean, when they had those great defensive teams. So what's that going to look like? For me, Derek, I have a question for you, and I know I'm going to sound stupid, but here's what I question about Clemson. Can they be as good as last year? I'm not knocking Cade. I love Cade. I think he's a phenomenal quarterback. I think he is going to be in the Heisman race, in my opinion. But is there a chance they don't start off hot? Like, they lost to Georgia in the beginning of the year. Then they kind of just went. Did they lose to Georgia? Is that right? Hey, you're muted, I think.
Yep. They got blown out by Georgia, and then they went on that incredible 5 or 6 week run where they were blowing everybody out.
Right.
For me, their defense is going to be better than their offense. I think they've got.
I agree.
They've got 4 or 5 preseason All-Americans. 2 of them are the defensive linemen who are projected top 10 picks.
Now it was the running back and Phil Mafia. Like,
they lost the running back, so who are they going to replace him with? I 100% agree. And they start off right out of the gate. They play LSU week 1.
Yes.
So
it's going to be a big game.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge game for them. And then they close the season with South Carolina. So they start off rough, they close rough. Like, what they do in between is going to determine their season.
I agree. I completely agree. I mean, for me, like I said, it's not Cade. Can the running back complement Cade? Can he be that safety bet on them third and shorts, or do they have to throw because the running game isn't what it was last year with Phil Mafia? So that's what I'm curious to see. I agree. The defense is going to be amazing. They're going to have a phenomenal defense. What is the offense going to do? Does Cade have the weapons he needs to be as good or better than they were last year, when really after that loss of Georgia, I think everyone questioned Clemson.
Yes.
Questioned Clemson. But for me, when I look at this, my question mark, I would probably put 3 there, is what does North Carolina do in year 1 with Bill Belichick? I'm pretty sure that's everyone's question mark. Is like, what do we get? Do we get another 500 year from North Carolina, or do we get an actual improvement where maybe they're 2 games above 500? Like, I think a 500 year, in my opinion, would be a failure for them. I know it's only year 1, but you're bringing in one of the best all-time coaches in the NFL, and he's making the transition to college. We know his recruitment is going to be unlike anybody others. He goes and finds the kids from Stony Brook or from Warwick, like the unknowns. What he did that in the NFL, and look what happened. So, how does that transition work from him and that coaching staff that they have? Georgia Tech.
That's my dark horse for the ACC this year. How does Haynes King come back? He looked really good last year. They took Georgia to 5 or 6 overtimes, something like that.
5 overtimes.
Looked really good. I'm going to know all I need to know about Georgia Tech after week 3. They open the season at Colorado. Okay.
And they're going to go. My games that I have for this year for the ACC, for Georgia Tech specifically. And I have that as a game because it's a non-conference game for one, and it's against a team that has all this hype behind them still to this day. Because Prime, they brought in the kid from Liberty. Then they got that big recruit. I can't remember his name. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things really between both those teams. Like, does Colorado, are they going to be better than they were last year? Shador leaves, Travis Hunter leaves. Like, are they going to be as good? What does they look like? And then you got Georgia Tech, Haynes King. Like, is there room for him to grow as a quarterback? Because we know what he can do with his legs. He was probably their best quarterback running back last year. I think that's fair to say.
Yes.
Obviously, the offense they run is a run-heavy offense. But, again, does Georgia Tech maybe open the playbook to do something different because of Haynes King? Like, do they see something there with the passing ability where they can do a little bit more with the passing, not so run heavy? But that's not Georgia Tech, so I don't really see them changing that. But he can pass when he needs to. It was proven last year. I mean, he had some really big games. I mean, he literally carried Georgia Tech through that Georgia game by himself.
Yes.
Like, the dude couldn't walk after the game. I mean, so that's kind of my thing. And then one more is SMU. Kind of like what you said. Does SMU improve? Because when they got to Penn State, it showed they weren't ready. They weren't ready. The quarterback, who is from, I can't remember where he's from, but I can't remember. He's from somewhere in Texas. But where did he improve in the offseason? Do they have the ability to play a Miami team? Could they take Miami? Because they almost beat Miami last year, if I remember right. So, like, can they get over that hump? So, like, to me, it's those 3 teams: is SMU, Georgia Tech, and North Carolina, because those are my 3 so-called. What do those teams do this year? Can they make a jump up in the conference? Can they win those conference games they didn't get to win last year? And in Florida State, I'm really so unsure about still. They had such a terrible season. Does that quarterback really make that much of a difference? I mean, yes, because DJ Uiagalelei was the hype was the hype. By the way, and didn't he go play somewhere else?
He started at Clemson.
I know, but didn't he go to play somewhere else again?
No. He went from Clemson to Oregon State, and from Oregon State to Florida State.
But is he done now? Or did he transfer to another school?
I think.
Okay. I thought he transferred to another school again. I could be wrong. And for Stanford and Cal, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just have fun traveling.
He plays for the Chargers. Yeah, he's on the Chargers.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot after the draft.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, I'm right there with you as far as Georgia Tech. King has to have help. He cannot do it all. Or if he does, they're going to be beat up by the time the playoffs get here. If they go that far.
Right.
For me, Clemson at Georgia Tech, on September 13th. It's a morning game, 11 a.m. Florida State at Miami. No, October the 4th. SMU at Louisville on November the 22nd. Those are kind of the three biggest conference games for me. It's going to tell me a lot about Georgia Tech that early in the season, because I don't think they don't play SMU, they don't play Miami, so Georgia Tech really has a very favorable schedule. Like I said, after week 3, I'll know about them because they go to Colorado. How do they travel? How are they going to travel on that opening weekend? Then they play Gardner-Webber. Shout out to the young lady from Hart, Andrea Hart, that's going to play lacrosse at Gardner-Webber. So shout out to her for that. Are they going to beat the teams that they should beat, or are they going to struggle with them?
Well, I mean, if they are as good as they were last year, I don't see them not beating those teams.
That's right. And then week 3, they host Clemson. So after 3 weeks, I'm going to see how they play on the road, if they can beat teams that they should beat, and how they stack up against top-tier talent. Because after that, their schedule is so favorable. They got Temple at Wake Forest, host Virginia Tech, at Duke, host Syracuse, at North Carolina State, at Boston College, who will be atrocious, Pittsburgh at home, and then they finish with Georgia at home. So they get Georgia at home this year. So if they're 2-1, if just say they lose that Clemson game, they could run the table and be 10-1 when Georgia comes to town. I mean that's
if they were to lose to Clemson, do you question things with Clemson, or do you think Georgia Tech just got that much better?
So if Georgia Tech beats Clemson,
yes,
I'll be able to tell you things about Clemson after the first week. They play LSU right out. Like I said, they play LSU right out of the gate. Right. Same thing with Florida State. Florida State plays Bama right out of the gate, first game of the season. I'll be able to tell you a whole bunch about both of them. But as far as this conference, I really do think that it's Clemson versus everybody else. You're really playing for second. I'm trying to see.
Well, I want to tell you my 3 ACC games that I have marked down as like on my radar. So the August 31st, you got Notre Dame, Miami. Okay, like Notre Dame, you lose Riley Leonard, right? Who's your quarterback? Miami, how are you doing with Carson Beck? Like it's going to be defense against offense, essentially, right? So how does that game turn out? Then, of course, already mentioned Georgia Tech, Colorado is another game on my radar. I'm wanting to see how both these teams are. It's Colorado taking a step back because they lose, in their opinion, 2 of the best players they've ever had. I know that's crazy to say that, but that's what they think, and that's what they are set on. You know, how do they come out? And then, I mean, I think this is a big game. Florida and Miami.
Yeah.
Florida and Miami. That's going to be a really good game. It is September 20th, so it's a little bit later in the season. But did Florida take the step? We talked about DJ, and I know we're not talking about the SEC, but we're talking about DJ Lagway, Carson Beck. When you look at that game, I'm just based off of what I saw from Florida at the end of the year, and then how Miami was. And you look on paper, if Florida ends up being better, as I expect them to be, I think Florida could win that game. Because the defense for me, I don't know about Miami's defense is so questionable. It has been for a while. Even last year, I mean, you saw again against Syracuse and some of those other teams, even SMU. So those are my 3 big games, kind of in just right off the bat in the ACC. Want to see what some of those teams do. I didn't pick North Carolina game people are going to give them a little leeway, but I'm not. I expect a big year from North Carolina just because I don't know if it's the hype around it because of Bill Belichick and I understand it takes time to build things, but this conference is going to be an interesting conference. I think you have a 4 to 5 teams that are really going to be good, and then the pack chasing the rest. And what Florida State is, did they get better? Like, I don't know how much worse you can get.
I think they did just strictly off the quarterback. I think that kid from Boston College,
Costanello or whatever.
Costanello, yeah. I think he's really good. I think Lagway was too big for his britches. He went to Clemson. He thought he was all that. Then he went to Oregon State and the Pac-2. I mean, they didn't play nobody. So then you kind of transition from a kid from Boston College to Florida. So I think that's going to be really good. I think he's going to be really well there. I think he's going to play. I'm not going to say lights out, but he's going to play good. He's going to play good enough.
Yeah, because he got thrown in last year when somebody got hurt, and there's nothing to do with that. But he played well enough, and they actually beat some really good teams at the end of the year last year. So, I mean, can they build off of that?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I just got a notification, not a notification, but it popped up. That running back that we were just talking about from Florida, from that Chaminade, that Briskey plays this year. He's the number 1 running back in the nation, and he committed to Texas today.
He committed. Let's go.
Yeah, so
I'm excited.
So Texas has the number 1 running back and the number 1 linebacker in the nation coming. I'm going to keep plugging this because I want your wheels spinning. I cannot wait until the Texas A&M game because I have a game-changing bet for you.
Okay. I mean, that's
the
a long
confidence.
time for my Wolves.
It's a long time, but that's the confidence I'm rolling into that game with. It's a game-changing bet.
Okay.
So you're going to think about it.
Really thinking.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to have to think about that from here on out.
That game's in November, if I'm right.
We kind of hit that. I've already wrote it down. I've got it on the calendar. I've literally got it wrote down. Man, you got anything else on this conference? On any kind of?
No, I mean, kind of talking about some of these other teams like Stanford, Cal. I think they're going to be what they've always been.
I forgot all about Stanford, Cal out there,
and because they're out there, like they're literally on the other side of the bat. Louisville. I'm kind of they were pretty good last year with Tyler Stowe.
Yeah.
They went toe to toe with Miami. Do they get worse? Do they get better? Wake Forest is going to be Wake Forest.
Now let me ask this: when we're sitting here saying teams went toe to toe with Miami, are we saying that the teams were good or that Miami's defense was just that bad?
Well, I mean, so this is how I look at that. Miami's defense is bad, but you still have to produce offensively. I mean, you still have to make the throws. You still got to make the right read. You still got to hit the right hole. You still got to make the right blocks. So, like, the defense was bad. Maybe it made it easier offensively, but you still had to do the right things to score points. Like, it's not like it was necessarily given to you. I mean, maybe it was a little bit because the defense was so bad, but, I mean, I think we'll know more this year with Miami. Like, I really don't think defensively, if they got no better, how they get further than they did this year. Because, like, again, Carson Beck is so used to a top 3 defense in the nation.
Yes.
Being that good.
He's actually good. And when we talked about this, when Texas and Georgia played, Carson Beck looked like he was amazing, but you can look amazing when you start at your own 35 every time. When your opponent's 35 every time. Like, so when it was 20, that's what I'm saying. It was 21-0, and you're thinking, holy crap, dude, Carson Beck for Heisman. But then you get to look at it, he started from the plus territory every single possession almost.
It was the defense, right?
Yeah.
So when you're having to drive 80, 85 yards every drive, then you get to see how good he really can be.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's my thing is like going to Miami, you have to be your best offensively because the defense has been so bad for so many years. If you don't get the defense and you got to get 100% offense, I mean, this is just what I saw last year. You see a lot of turnovers from Beck. So that's where I question Miami. It's a question.
I agree.
And then, like I said, Pitt, Virginia Tech, Virginia. I mean, there's just I don't hear much about those teams like with a jump, but competing in this conference. I mean, like I said, you have Miami, SMU, Clemson, and I'll throw Georgia Tech in there. I'm not sure why Notre Dame is on here because they're in the area.
I think this is the basketball conference. Notre Dame.
Okay,
I pulled the wrong one, but it's all good.
Well,
they should be there.
They should be exactly.
They should be there. A bunch of chunks.
You know what? In our eyes, they're there, so they need to. They need to.
I will tell you this. I think if there was ever an upset-minded team in this conference, and I'm just going to see who they host this year. Let me look at this right quick. Because I think they could pull some upsets at home. And they actually have a favorable schedule, and they don't play any of the big people. But Virginia Tech, I think Virginia Tech could pull some upsets at home. Now, they play South Carolina to open the season on the 31st at 2 o'clock. So we're going to jump around. We're going to do Enter Sandman at ESPN at 2 p.m. on August 31st. Then they're going to host Vandy.
That's a tough back-to-back game.
That's a tough back-to-back game. But after that, man, they got Old Dominion, Wofford, North Carolina State, Wake Forest, at Georgia Tech, Cal, Louisville at home, at Florida. They host Miami. I think they could get Miami late in the season. I don't really know, just off the top of my head, who all they return. I mean, their quarterback had 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. So I don't really know what you're getting out of that. The running back had 15 touchdowns.
I think with a lot of these teams, Derek, and I think it's just in college in general, it's does your schedule favor you? Like, do you not have to go through some of the tough teams? And again, I know that. And again, I know we're not talking about this, but that was always the question with Texas last year. Like, they didn't play nobody, right? That's a question with a lot of teams. Like, okay, Virginia Tech, you don't have to go through this team, you don't have to go through this team, but let's say they end up being 10-2. People always tend to knock a team for that, but you don't make their schedule. The conference does.
Right. You just play what you got.
You just play what you got. So, if Georgia Tech gets lucky and plays one good team in the conference, I mean, that's just how it is. But, Virginia Tech, could they? Can Louisville do it? Can North Carolina do it? Like, again, I think you ever do 3 to 4 teams in this conference that could make a run for it. I think I'll go 3 outside of Clemson because, again, I agree there. And when you look at this, you're like, Clemson's definitely at the top. But I think you do have SMU, Georgia Tech, Miami potentially breathing down their neck depending on how the season goes.
I agree. I agree with that. So that's kind of our ACC preview. And I think we were kind of spot on everything. And so we're going to go to the American Conference now. And for me, again, these are all kind of my opinion, your opinion, however you want to look at it. I think this conference has the biggest question in all of college football. How do you replace Daly if you're Army?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that guy was your everything.
No,
everything. We watched him. I mean, we watched him firsthand. And that dude,
stud, man.
He was a stud. So how do you replace that guy? How do you do you go more of an actual running game rather than using your quarterback as much? We know you're not going to throw the football because that's just not who you are.
Hey, I do. Real quick, Derek, I do want to put this up here to kind of put the teams up there.
Yes, there we
Kind
go.
of give us a better idea of the teams we have in this conference.
Yeah.
So I mean, this one is more evenly, I think. I mean, you Mid America to Eastern America, so this is a little bit better. But yeah, Army, which for some reason they're not on here. Don't know why. Anyways, Army and Navy should be on here with these other teams. But Tulane, what happened with them last year? You know, they were doing well, then they lost like 2 to 3 games in the season. So you know what goes on with that. I mean, East. Who was that over there? ECU. They were another team that kind of started off hot, then kind of fell off at the end of the year. Like FAU, South Florida. I mean, they've always been kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Rice the same way. North Texas. Taking the moment.
Yeah, North Texas is definitely. I'm not gonna say they're up and coming, but I mean they got a new coaching staff. They've brought in some players. I'm curious to see where they're at. Another team that I'm kind of curious to see is UTSA.
Mm-hmm.
The Roadrunners. I mean, this is Traylor's 5th year. What is he doing now? Like, I mean, you've had 4 years worth of recruiting classes. We need
They had a down year last year.
We need to see something at this point.
Yes.
That we're getting better, not staying as a UTSA, as a Rice, as a Tulane, as a Memphis, something like that. Like you cannot stay even kill every year and it be a success.
Yeah, because last year Army and Navy ran this conference.
Oh yeah,
by far. You know, like UTSA. Like who's the quarterback this year? Is it the kid from Rusk? Can't think of his name. He played for him last year. So what do they do with him? Is he still going to be the quarterback? You know, they have a stud of running back there from Gilmer.
Yes,
Will Howard. Well, I mean, Will Henderson. Like, what are they going to use him this year? His top end speed is like some of the fastest in the nation. And if I'm correct, I think he runs track for them too. I could be wrong, but I think he was. So, like, does he finally get on the field more this year? He didn't play very much last year. Memphis.
Hey, they also have a quarterback there who is a freshman that might get a little bit of playing time.
Who was that?
Brandon Tennyson from Gilmer, Texas.
He is there.
Him and Will Howard. I mean, Will Henderson.
Yeah. So, like, you know, obviously Jeff Traylor's tie to East Texas is always huge. I mean, who is going to send UTSA to maybe get to the top of that conference? Because, I mean, and again, Navy, you know, you talked about the quarterback before we got on. Does he take another step? You know, is he going to be the guy that in this conference? Because last year it was Bailey. It was all Bailey. Like Bryson Daly. That's who it was like this whole time. You know, Navy kind of shut down after they got clobbered by Notre Dame. And they just, you know, so this, in my opinion, Derek, this conference is wide open this year. Like, who made the step? Like, I know you look at it and you're thinking it's probably Army or Navy, but you know, Army and Navy had some of the best years ever history last year for those two teams. Even Navy falling off a little bit at the end, it was still a phenomenal season for them. So who is there another team in this conference that takes that next step to compete with maybe those two teams?
Man, I'll give you my 3 games real quick for this conference.
Okay, and then I'm gonna give you mine as well right after you get done talking about yours.
For me, you've got Army versus UTSA, and that's a late game. That's a November 28th game. That's a Thanksgiving type of game. Where are those two teams going to be at that late in the season? That possibly could determine the conference. And then I go to another UTSA game. It's Tulane. Tulane brings back the best quarterback running back duo of the conference. They're both was over 1,000 yards, and then he had over 1,000. I think 1,300 yards passing. And that Tulane at UTSA is right after Tulane and Army. So we're going to find out a lot about Tulane right there in the middle of October.
Mm-hmm.
And then the biggest game for the conference, and I think one that has huge playoff implications on it, November 8th, Navy at Notre Dame. Navy at Notre Dame. Blake Horvath is he was daily. He was daily last year for Navy. He did everything for him. He had 1,300 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, 1,300 yards rushing, 17 touchdowns. He had a 94-yarder in their bowl game, so he can get out and go.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see where Navy. I think it's Navy's turn to kind of take the step in the conference, just based off of their running game and who they're bringing back. But I would not be surprised if Tulane and UTSA didn't have something to say about it. I think there's going to be a big fall off for Army. You don't just throw somebody else in there to replace Daly, just like that. I mean, you
Right.
saw how long it takes. I don't know, Georgia, or they put people in there, but they just don't look as good. They struggle.
Right.
Look what happened to Clemson when Trevor Lawrence left. They struggled with DJ the next year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to – and that's with a passing quarterback. This is a straight run. Like, what they're going to do when Army lines up. They're going to run the football. So
Yep.
you have to find that perfect guy to kind of get in there for you. But, yeah, those were my 3 games. Those were my kind of players for this one.
Well, one of my games was the Notre Dame Navy game. And for me, it's can Navy this year keep it more competitive? Because we thought last year they had a chance. I actually picked Navy to beat them because I thought they were for real. Come to find out, they weren't as for real as we thought. Not even close. They weren't even 4. There was no real in them when they came to Notre Dame.
Horvath was shut down.
Oh, well, yeah. They shut him down completely. And once you shut down the player that's giving you all your offense, well, what do you do? But the first game I picked, it's a non-conference game. It's becoming a rivalry game, basically because of the 2 coaches. But it's UTSA and Texas State. I look forward to this game since the Jeff Traylor and GJ Kinney have again, people, if you don't know any background about these two, Jeff Traylor coached GJ Kinney at Gilmer, Texas. And then now they are coaches facing each other. So the last 2 years, it's been good games. And so I'm excited to see how that game goes just because it's the I-45 rivalry or whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see how that game is. I look forward to it the last couple of years, so I'm excited to see how that game goes. This is a big game. This game I think you're gonna like. I picked Army and Kansas State.
I like that one.
That's going to tell us a lot about Army and about, again, I know we're talking about this conference, but it's going to tell us a lot about Kansas State. But Army, this will be a good game. I think this could tell us if Army took a step back. This is September 6th, so this is right around the second week of the year. I'm not sure who Army plays first, but and I could have thrown the Army Navy game in there, but that game is every year, right? So I didn't want to throw that in there. But I'm excited to see this game. Avery Johnson for Kansas State. And then, I think the only way Army has the same or as good or close to as good of a season if they find their next Bryson Daly. Could they have done it? Yeah, they might have. But Or did they find a running back that's going to give them that type of offense that Daly did? Or maybe a duo with the quarterback and running back. I mean, Army has a lot of question marks when it comes to, I think, like you said, the quarterback position. But we'll see. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat the season they had last year. But if they found a good replacement for Daly, I think you could have a same type season you had last year. Because honestly, their defense was pretty good. Like their defense was better than people think.
Than people thought it was. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, it was a pretty good defense. I mean, so those are kind of my games. Like I said, my third one was Navy Notre Dame, but we talked about that. That was one of yours. So those are kind of my games to start off this conference. Kind of ones I want to tune into and really, really key on. Again, Temple, ECU. I mean,
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I would watch ECU versus Temple 3 weeks in a row if it was real games, just to have football back.
Oh yeah,
I would tune into the Browns versus the Titans 3 weeks in a row if it was actual football when we were back. I'm so ready for football to be back. Like I was sitting here the other day and I was just thinking, I said, man, how can we keep get into this mode? Like keep talking sports, keep like what we're doing. But I'm ready for football, man. I'm ready for football. And then I got to thinking, let's just talk about some conferences. We got 5 weeks, we got 10 conferences. How can we kind of mesh them in? And I kind of came up with this idea. Kind of gets us talking about it a little bit before we actually, get back into our big shows.
Right. Well, I mean, Derek, maybe if you have it on tap already, maybe tell us who we have next week, so maybe the people watching can be prepared if they want to chime in.
Big 12 Conference USA.
Oh, I love it.
Big 12 Conference USA, and then I'll just kind of give you a rundown, man. We're going to do Big 12 Conference USA, and then the first weekend of August, we're going to do the MAC and the Mountain West.
Ooh, I like
and
it.
Then we're going to hit Big 10, Pac-12. Pac-2, really. So I figured we'd be a little heavy on the Big 10. And we're going to finish with the SEC and the Sun Belt. If you do notice, the one that I didn't talk about was the Independent, because I think Notre Dame's a bunch of wusses for not being in the conference, and they don't deserve any of our time. So that's why I did not include them. And then, like I said, that's the SEC Sun Belt is on the 17th, and that's a Sunday. You hit Wednesday, we are full on college. It's nothing but straight college preview show. Champions, playoff predictions, Heisman predictions. I've even wrote on here, no guests. I am not scheduling anybody to come on that show unless his name is Arch Manning or Marcellus Reed. Those are the only two people, the quarterback for A&M, the quarterback for Texas. If they say, hey, that's the only day I can do it, we're bringing them on. But anybody else, you got to come on Sunday night. Like that night is for college football preview, because that Saturday, my good man, we are back. August the 23rd, we are back in the college football swing, and I am 100% for it.
I mean, that's a month away, right? 4 weeks?
Yeah, we're a month exactly.
I cannot believe we are 4 weeks away from college football.
Yeah.
I mean, it still feels like we just did the championship finale show. That's the way it feels.
Yes.
And we're talking 4 weeks from now. We're diving right back into it. I love it. Well, Derek, let's talk about some news that's happened in sports. Right off the top of my head, I'm going to go NBA. Marcus Smart bought out by the Wizards, going to the Lakers.
Yeah.
On a pretty cheap deal. I mean, that's pretty. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. It was like 2 years, $11 million, somewhere around there. For the Lakers, and for the Wizards, it wasn't. I mean, the Wizards are stacked. Like, they have a lot of young talent. I think they're trying to find a way to get the young talent on the court.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they should, because they're not going to be good. Why not, right? So they
it almost feels like it's a. It almost feels like it's a job opportunity for the young guys. And when I say it, I mean, like, if they go out and play really well, somebody's going to say, "Hey, man, that guy was pretty good. We'll give you 2 firsts for him." And now you're really into the rebuild,
Right.
With more picks.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure. And when you look at this deal, I'm gonna go for the Wizards. They sent him on his way. They probably did him a favor because Marcus Smart could have played for him, but he probably wants to contend. And going to the Lakers, for the Lakers, all it did for them is get them better defensively. I'm not sure how much better offensive they get. I've never really considered Marcus Smart the best offensive player, but I will say he's going to help them defensively. That's kind of been his game since he's been. When he was with the Celtics, his game was defense. Like he could defend. That's about all I think he's going to bring to the Lakers. Does it help them defensively? Yes. Does it put them into championship contention? No, my opinion. Because Derek, I think you're going to agree with me when it comes to the Lakers. It's all going to be what has happened with Luka in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, LeBron's going to still be LeBron. He's going to do what he's done. He's going to give you what he can as long as he can stay healthy. Can Luka stay healthy? And did he shed some weight to try to be better for the Lakers? That's where I'm at with that trade or with that signing of him. It's nothing crazy about it. It's just defensively you get a little bit better, but offensively, you're not going to get that much better. He's not going to come in and drop in and give you 20 a night. That's not who he is.
I absolutely hate that Marcus Smart sold out. I hate it. That's not who he was. He was the grinder in Boston, right? Mm-hmm. He was the grit and grind type of guy. I thought when he went to Memphis, I thought that was the perfect spot for him because of what Memphis represents. Grit and grind, the grittiness kind of the NBA that it used to be. Mm-hmm. I think he completely sold out because he knows he's not going to get a lot of time because Luka's going to play. Right? Luka's going to play.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, man. I think that was a cheap move by him. Kind of ring chase a little bit right there.
Yeah,
hoping for the best.
I was saying you got to hope for the best, right? It's not like a championship for sure with them. Now, if he'd have went to OKC or something like that, that's for sure ring chasing, 100%. But yes, I agree. I'm right there with you. I'm not sure why he went there. Again, I think he's going to make them better defensively, and he can help offensively, but he's not he's not the offensive help that you were probably wanting. But defense, right. But I think for them, I don't ever think they questioned a lot of offense. It was always like, how can we get better defensively? Because it showed against Memphis. Like, we couldn't defend nobody. Like, literally, we have no one to defend. Like, when LeBron is your best defender, no, not to LeBron, you're going to struggle because he's in year 1,000. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to get somebody else. Now, they do have Vanderbilt, which I really like Vanderbilt. He can defend, but like he's young. All right, Marcus Smart is a veteran in this league. He can defend, so you need him. Like, they need him, but he didn't need. They need him, but he didn't need them. Let me say it that way. And some other news: Queen is already hurt. NBA. He's out for 3 months. Not sure what the injury is, but they say he had to have surgery.
Oh,
he's out for
the center.
Yes, the center from Maryland.
Man,
Bill,
not to cut you off. I just saw this again, and it. Do you know what I'm going to say?
No, but I'm sure it's going to be
the WNBA shirt.
Oh God, yes.
I literally it just popped up on my thing again. I saw a TikTok of them where they were. It was the All-Star. Did you watch any of the All-Star game?
I did not, man.
Okay, I'll send you the link to what I seen earlier. They were literally not even guarding each other, missing layups. Like, they were literally like just back up and they would miss layups. But they come out in them shirts, pay us what we're worth, or pay us what you owe us, stuff like that. I'm sorry. Until I imagine you going to your boss saying, "Pay me what I'm worth," and he pulls out a sheet and he says, "You lost $40 million last year. What the crap am I going to pay you? Like, what are you talking about? Pay you what you're worth, and you lost $40 million. I don't. Do I agree they should be paid and they should be compensated to a point? Yes, but you've got to look at it realistically. You're not going to paying somebody $1 million for a franchise that doesn't even bring in $1 million a year in ticket sales. Like, I cannot do it. Yo, what's up, Coach Trey? Appreciate you coming in, man. He's on TikTok.
Hey, what's up, Coach Trey? Yeah, I mean, I agree, Derek. I saw the T-shirts on, I'm pretty sure it was Facebook, and here's my thought. I agree they should be compensated for their playing in the WNBA. I agree, but when your league is being carried by the NBA's money, how can we pay you more when you don't even generate enough money to pay for a coach?
Yeah,
like, that money's coming from the NBA. So, like, that time will come, and I understand the frustration from it because it's been, since it started, it's always been carried by the NBA. It's always come from the NBA's giving you money to keep your league going. That time's going to come. But unfortunately, the time's not now. Like, I don't want women to think that we are disregarding the sport because I love the WNBA myself. I love women's sports. But if we pay them more, if these girls get paid more, these women, professional athletes in WNBA get paid more, the league will go under and it will not stay much longer because it will not be able to pay for itself. So they've just kind of got to be patient with that process because I do think it's coming. Like, there's a new CBA coming soon. So, like, they're supposed to be bringing on more games, which will bring in more revenue. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. People are saying, well, it's been 20, 30 years. You're right, but the sport has not been where it's at right now. It's never been where it is. So you've got to be patient.
So I just figured they play 42 games. I mean, I'm sorry. They play 44 games.
That's almost half of the NBA season.
If you played somebody $1 million a year, they would make $22,000 a game. I'm sorry, they're not selling out arenas for $50,000 to pay half of it to one player for that game.
Exactly.
They're not doing. I'm sorry, and I'm just like you. I'm not ragging on the sport. I'm ragging on the expectation of your compensation of it. Like, I 100% believe in this. There needs to be some changes to the WNBA. And I've said this before, what does the NBA have that the WNBA doesn't have?
Revenue.
Well, as far as the game itself, dunking. They both have threes. They both have free throws. They both have layups. They both have mid-ranges, all that. Drop the rim to 8.5, 9 foot. Let's get the post dunking. Let's throw some oops to the post. Let's get some kind of excitement going on. And then let's bring in them followers. Then let's move all the games to the bigger arenas. Let's work with the NBA and say, okay, the Pacers play away tonight, so this is when we're going to have the Fever game. Okay, the Mavericks play away tonight. This is when the Wings are going to play at American Airlines Center. Let's work together with the NBA and get that all hashed out so that when we do fill up that 70,000-seat arena, now we can look at paying that one star, $19,000 for that one game instead of $1,000 or whatever that case may be.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. Because, I mean, again, they just got to be patient with the process. Because the WBA is getting better. The games, everything about the WBA is getting better. But that compensation is going to have to wait its turn, unfortunately. But I do agree. They deserve it. Just, it can't happen now. And to do that, to do what they did was kind of just pump the brakes a little. Like, understand that there's a process to it. Like, yeah. The NBA players weren't getting paid the money they get paid now, even 10 years ago. It's because they've brought in more money. They've just brought in more money. Like, like the owners can only spend so much money, and you just gotta wait your turn, man. I mean, do you think that new softball professionally? Do you think they're getting paid millions of dollars a year?
No. But I'm gonna
That's what
say,
I'm saying.
and another thing, and I've said this before, and again, it always sounds like I'm ragging on her, but I'm really not. Angel Reese. She said she needs more money because the $7,000 a month she pays in rent, her game checks, her WNBA earnings doesn't pay that. Maybe don't live in a $7,000 a month place. Like, she is more concerned about her celebrity status than about being a basketball player.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
If she would ever just be a basketball player, I think she could be really good. Honest to God, I really do. She's a great rebounder. She's very Dennis Rodman-esque when it comes to rebounding. She is so concerned about her off-the-court lifestyle. Now, I understand they have lives off the court. Even the NBA people have lives off the court. I understand that. But you worry too much about one instead of the other, and it shows. Like, you don't have to live in a $7,000 a month place. You live by yourself. Like, you have no husband, no kids, no nothing. Go get a place that costs $1,000 a month, $1,200 a month, whatever. Then you can survive on $75,000 a year or whatever it is that she's paid. But and I understand you get all this endorsement deals and all this and that. Just check where you're at in life.
Yeah.
Before you walk into a commissioner's office. And they turned down the first CBA. They said it was a joke. So they turned it down. What's going to end up happening is there's going to be a lockout.
Yeah, there will be.
They're going to end up locking out.
Yeah, they will. I agree. That will. Well, Derek, real quick, I got to run and go grab something for my son in his room and take it to him, and then I'll be right back. But I was just going to talk about the big thing in the NBA. What's the big thing that just happened?
In the NBA?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dame Lillard.
Bradley. Oh, well, I was thinking Bradley Beal. But
Well,
yeah,
that one too.
I love Lillard going back to Portland. I thought that was I don't think he should have left in the first place. I think it was mutual, maybe. Hated that he left. Hated how he left. Dame is a Portland guy, and I think they're going to be okay. I really like the team. I think they have positioned themselves really well. They've got one thing they've got now that they haven't had in a long time is freaking cap relief. They've got a little bit of cap money to play with. They've got probably some of the best front court: Holiday, Shaden Sharp, Scoot Henderson, Dame, Caleb Love, the rookie out of North Carolina. They've got Robert Williams. They've got that first-round pick this year, Yang Hansen, Jeremy Grant. They're sitting really nice with everything that they've got. Let me check this.
Yeah, Portland looks better than I thought they were going to be. That kid they drafted, that big man, I think he's going to be pretty nice for them.
Oh, I do too, without question.
Yeah, I think he's going to be pretty good, man. I mean, I've seen his play in the summer league. It's not like super flashy, but I think that's like his game. I think he's going to come in and rebound well for them. I hope he starts. I think he has the chance to. I'm not sure who all the other big men they have.
That's what I was just saying. So they've got Donovan Clingan. I don't know who he is.
Donovan, yeah.
Then Robert Williams, the Time Lord's in front of him. Mm-hmm. And then he's third on their depth chart because at your 4, you've got Jeremy Grant. That's a solid 4. And then, like I was saying, you got Drew Holiday as your point guard. Shaden Sharp as your shooting guard. You got Scoot Henderson and Dame on your bench, which I think Dame's going to start. I think you'll probably have Dame and Drew Holiday as your 1 and 2, and then Shaden and Scoot coming off the bench, which is still amazing.
Yeah.
Thibault as your 3 off the bench.
Mason Thibault. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean
he's a 3. He's a big 3-and-D guy.
Yes.
So maybe Portland's going to be better than expected. But here's where I always going to say, I don't know what it is with Portland, but they just never can get it done. They've never been able to get it done. When they had Aldridge, McCollum, Dame, couldn't get it done. I agree. I heard what you said about him leaving. I think this is where he finishes.
Oh, like, 100%.
He's like he's going to play these 3 years out, and he'll be done. I hate to see that there's a chance he doesn't get a ring. He's going to go down as one of the really good players that never got a ring, and I hate that. I'm saying that if they don't win one, but here's the thing that could be intriguing, Derek. Could they bring anyone to Portland to pair him with over the next 2 years that would get them over the hump? You know, maybe they're on the back end of their career. Like, could McCollum come back?
I was just saying, I seen McCollum was open to being traded to Portland, back to Portland. I'm going to tell you who I would love to see there. I don't think it can happen. There's actually 2 people. I don't think it would happen because I think their contracts aren't going to allow it. I would love to see a John Collins or a PJ Washington.
Well, John Collins just went to the Clippers, so that'd be interesting.
Yes, he did.
Then
PJ Washington. I would like to see PJ Washington. He's an unrestricted free agent this offseason.
Okay.
So I would love to see if they could somehow get him, up there.
Mm-hmm.
A little stretch 4.
Yeah, they're just going to have to play it out this year, I think, and really see where Portland's at because they kind of made a run at the end of the year last year and almost made the play-in.
Yeah.
I personally like Chauncey Billups as the coach. I just don't know if I like him in Portland. I've always questioned him being in Portland. But when they lost Anthony Simons, I was questioning what they were doing. But I'm glad that they took the opportunity to bring Dame back, whether it's for a last little run or to let him finish his career out there, because it's so deserving of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You don't see a ton of that anymore. People going back to play at their city that drafted them. Like, do you think LeBron's going back to Cleveland again? No.
If he knows for sure they're going to win a title, he will.
Yeah, I don't know though. I mean, you would think, but I don't think he would. I mean, they would have to give up a bunch of core players.
Unless he did it. I mean, he could do it as free agent next year. He could go back and sign for $2 million and try to ring chase that way.
We know that's not going to happen for $2 million, for about $200 million.
Man, so I think for me, Dame is about to go down as the greatest player never to win a title.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to get his jersey retired.
Oh,
and I think he's going to get a statue.
And he should.
And I think there's only one statue that it needs to be. It needs to be the shot over Paul George. Yes, the Dame time shot.
From dang near half court.
And I wouldn't even be mad if it was when he turned and everybody was draped on him.
Yeah.
I think that would be that would be.
Can I make one shout out to that real quick? Whoever made the Dwayne Wade statue, please don't make that statue.
Yes.
It will end up looking like CJ McCollum over Dame.
Yes.
Shout out to that guy, whoever that was. The worst statue ever made in NBA. Agreed. Do you agree with that, Derek?
Yeah, Dell,
Was that
100%.
worst statue ever made, right? Okay.
Yeah,
That was a
yeah,
terrible
yeah,
statue.
Yeah.
Terrible. So yeah, that's kind of really obviously the summer league's going on. Do we know who's playing for the championship in that in the summer league?
That is a good question. I honestly don't know.
The Kings and the Hornets tonight at 9 p.m.
The Hornets. Yeah, I knew it was the Kings. I wasn't sure they were playing. It was the Hornets.
Do the Hornets? Do they look good to you? I know it's summer league, but do these young players look good to you?
Actually, what I'm just seeing here says the Heat topped the Grizzlies in overtime to win the summer league title.
Oh, it did. Oh, this says summer league final right here. Kings and Hornets.
Maybe final game.
It could be. When was that? When was the Heat game?
Today.
They said Heat?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even see the Heat on today's schedule. It was Celtics, Hawks, Grizzlies, Clippers, and those are.
This isn't an old one, is it? No, it's top headline news.
Oh
well.
Anyways, same. Yeah, but I mean, the Hornets summer league team has looked good,
really good.
But do those young players transition to playing with the pros? Are they better? Do you think they have a chance to be better in the Eastern Conference next year? Could they be a sleeper?
No. I think we've already talked. The East is I'm not gonna say it's wide open.
It's pretty wide open though. It's the Knicks, the Magic, and the Field, right?
Yeah.
Agreed? Knicks, Magic, the Field.
Knicks, Magic, Field. Yes, I do agree. But again,
Detroit too. I think Detroit will be decent next year. I mean, they can't get no worse. I mean, well, they could, but I don't see that happening. I think Cade Cunningham takes another step.
You're talking about a 20 win swing for Charlotte.
Yeah, I don't think they got that much better.
I don't think they got that in them. Because Cleveland's going to be up there.
Oh, yeah, Cleveland too.
The Knicks, Detroit, and the Magic. I think that's your top 4 teams in the East next year. I think Milwaukee will be there just because they have Giannis. That's going to be your 5. I think Atlanta gets the 6th spot. I think those are your top 6. Because Porzingis and Trae Young, I think, are going to be really well together.
Do you think Boston and/or Indiana doesn't make the playoffs at all?
I think they make the play-in.
Play-in?
Because I think I think Jaylen Brown is that good. I think he can get them to the play-in. But other than that, man, they depleted Boston. I mean, they gutted them. I honestly, I think the only team that didn't make the playoffs this year that has a chance would be Philly. And that's just depending on George, Embiid, kind of how much they play. I
love Edgecombe. I think he's going to be a star.
Edgecombe he's probably my front runner for Rookie of the Year right now.
Yeah, I mean, based off the
summer league now. I mean, I know.
Yeah, he's played great. I mean, they didn't go play; they weren't the best in summer league, but he's good. Yeah. I think he's going to be really good for them. I think it all depends on their health, as always. Every year, It's about can Philly stay healthy? Can Embiid stay healthy? Can Paul George stay healthy? What does Paul George care more about? Is it the podcasting? Is it basketball now? Right?
Yeah, I agree.
That's a lot of people in sports. So, we have anything going on in the NFL? Let's see.
NFL. Not really.
No. Seahawks cut Noah Fant after 3 seasons.
Solomon. Yeah, I mean, we had him on early. He was the first thing that we had on the first probably 40 minutes of our show. Man, you can go back and check that out when we're done. You can check us out on Spotify,
Facebook,
YouTube,
Twitter,
Facebook, Twitter. Yeah,
YouTube. It'll post in a little bit.
Yeah, it'll post, man. You can definitely go back on. We appreciate you hopping in, though, Sean.
Yeah, we
I
appreciate
hate
you,
that
man.
hate that you missed that, man.
But
No,
yeah,
nothing really NFL wise. Hey, man, them family gatherings will get you every time. Hey, if you hop on, if you're on TikTok or Twitter or Facebook, hop on and shoot us a message, man. We can send it to you directly, and you can check it out if you really want to see it.
Derek.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you what I did like to see today. Cowboys Tyler Smith. Cowboys Tyler Smith says the expectations are Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
Oh, dude, we did miss something in the NFL.
Oh crap.
Von Miller.
Von Miller to Washington. Yes.
That defense was already good. Did he really make them any much better, or is he just going to be more of that veteran, give them some good downs? Like, he's not Von Miller of his Bronco days.
Yeah, he's not Von Miller of his Bronco days. I think he brings championship pedigree.
Yes.
I think he brings an amazing veteran locker room presence.
Yes.
So, yeah. Man, did you see that flag football catch? Oh, what's up, Brandon?
What's up, Brandon? Flag football catch? No, I didn't even know what.
Okay. Are you on? Go to ESPN real quick and go to the NFL home screen.
ESPN NFL home screen. Sorry, guys, if you're watching on TikTok, you will get to see my ESPN page.
There you go, Brandon. That was a catch. Okay, and then scroll down to where it says Bryson Wright makes unreal catch.
All right, I'm gonna watch this real quick.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm watching it live. If you're on TikTok, you're getting to see it.
I saw this and I was like, them flag football dudes, when they were calling out them NFL guys, I see why. Like, maybe they don't need the NFL dudes representing us in the Olympics.
Oh, that's a 14U team. That was 14U. That was a 14.
He said that's way better than Odell Beckham Jr. Brandon, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you since you brought that up. I have a hot take about Odell Beckham Jr., but I want to get your opinion on it. If Odell Beckham,
what a catch!
If Odell Beckham doesn't make that one-handed catch on that Sunday night versus the Cowboys, do we really ever know of him? I think he had that. For me, I understand he had a couple 1,000-yard seasons. He had that one massive catch, and it blew up for months at a time. But
hey, I just had a guy over on TikTok. Yeah, Ryan said, "How are you feeling about that Tay interview?" Hey, man, it was great.
It was great.
Loved it.
I absolutely loved it. Great kid, great interview, very well rehearsed. I'm really looking forward to watching him in August on ESPN. Would definitely love to have him back on after the season. Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite interviews that we've done. And I think, what did we say we're on? Around 70, 72, somewhere around in there. And he was definitely probably one of my top 5 that we've had on. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it, man. We appreciate you hopping in, Ryan, and kind of watching that and talking with us and hanging out. And Brandon said, no, he's a diva. That's the only thing that made him special. I 100% agree. 100% agree, man. Yeah.
I know him personally. He's a great guy.
He was
great.
I really enjoyed watching him. And Sean, we appreciate you hopping on YouTube, commenting and watching with us, man. I appreciate that a lot. And for all the other 17 people that are in here, man, the TikToks and the Twitters, everybody popped in. It's awesome.
Yeah, we loved him. He was awesome. I cannot wait to see him play this year in high school on ESPN and then watching him play at Army. I think he's he has a great head on his shoulders. He knows what he wants, and he's going to go get it. And I'm excited to watch him play.
Just a little thing real quick, Dustin, when I was talking about Clemson and like the defense going to carry them. TJ Parker, the edge rusher from Clemson, is the projected number 1 overall pick next year.
There we go.
And they have 2 that are projected in the top 5 on that D line. So they're going to get after the quarterback.
Oh, Derek, Brandon, we just talked about that.
Literally just said that. Literally, we're just talking about that. It's going to be bad for the WNBA, and I'm going to throw out a hot take here. I think it's a 2-year lockout.
Ooh.
I think because they're going to want so much money that they're not even close to it, right? They're not even close to what they're asking for on and I'm not saying that it's not a good league, but like I said, you can't ask for a $1,000 a month raise when you're losing $10,000 a month. Like that's rough.
Yeah, it does. I mean, again, they want something before their time, and they're just going to be patient, or I guess they cannot play basketball and make it worse, and your money's probably going to get cut in half if they don't figure something out. So, I mean, the lockout it could be good and bad. The longer it goes, the less money the league is making, and the more money that WNBA or the NBA has to push out for you, and the chance of your money going down.
Yeah, because they'll end up settling. They'll end up settling for less.
That's
They'll
my
want
point.
$1 million a year, and they're making 70. Well, now they ain't 8 in 2 years. They're gonna say, "Man, just give us 65, and we'll come back. We'll be happy with 65."
That's my point. Wait your time. I mean, again, I don't knock them getting paid. They're just wanting it. But if you cannot support your own league, then why do you want more money? If the league is asking the NBA, hey, we need $40 million to keep our league going this year, but our players are wanting more money, that makes zero sense. Doesn't make no sense. Like, if you cannot bring your own revenue in to support your player and your leagues and your coaches, why are you can't afford more money? Like, the NBA is only giving you so much money a year to keep your league going. So you're asking the NBA to give you more money to give your players more money.
Yeah,
it doesn't work that way. It can't work that way. It's only gone that way for 30 years, and the goal is to get out of that. The goal is to be able to come up with your own money.
Yeah, $350 million in the TV deal, which is huge. That's huge for the teams. But I mean, I don't know. They
but I mean,
more.
$350 million over how long? Right. So let's say it's a 10-year deal. Okay, so you have $35 million a year per team. It's still not a lot of money.
No, it's $35 million a year by all the teams.
That's what I'm saying, like 35 for the whole league.
Yeah. Then you
So-
got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13 at 35, less than 10 million. No,
That's less than $2 million a year. That's maybe a little bit more than $2 million a year.
35 divided by 13. Yeah, 2.5.
Yeah, there'll be 20 teams in 2030, but that's
even
5
less.
years away. That's
I mean,
less money.
That's
so
even less money.
Yeah. So now, if you bring in how many? So they're supposed to bring in how many more teams? So they're at 13.
7.
They're going to have
There'll be
7 more
7.
teams. So take that 35 and divide it by 20. That's less than $2 million a year.
Yeah.
So really, you're bringing in more teams, but you're wanting more money. They're it's going to make
I don't
it
know.
worse.
It's
crazy.
It'll be something to watch for sure.
It will be.
I would like to say something. I want to give a shout out to somebody.
Okay, let's do it.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh,
And no, this is not a joke. This is those Super Bowl rings. Have you seen them?
I have not. Are they crazy?
Go back to your NFL homepage and scroll down to the Eagles flashy Super Bowl reveal. It's got actual freaking eagle wings on it, bro.
It's on the homepage.
Yeah, it's on the NFL homepage.
Okay.
And then it's 3 videos down from the one that you right there. Click on that and watch that. Like it's legit, bro. I mean, that was not a. They said it's like $20 million a ring. I don't know if it's that expensive.
That's crazy.
Because you're talking $1 billion worth of rings there for. But I mean, it's unbelievable.
Man, that's a beautiful ring. Look at the weight that comes out. Oh my god,
that's pretty sick, though, right?
That's a sick ring. Yeah, that's sick. They had to put that score on there. That's a dope ring. I'm going to give the Eagles props. I'm not hating on them either. I didn't know where that was going, but that is a dope. That's a ring, man.
And then kind of to backdoor that, if you look right there on the face of the ring, you see it's got like the Eagles mascot logo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see those 2 things behind it, the Super Bowl trophies?
Let me go back to it. Oh, where'd it go? NFL. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I see it.
Okay, you see like the 2 Super Bowl trophies right there behind the Eagles' head?
Mm-hmm.
That's still 3 less than the Cowboys have. Go Cowboys.
See, I knew it.
But I gave them props at the beginning. That is a sick ring, man. Like that's freaking nice.
It's nice. I think it's a sweet ring. Yeah, it's a really sweet. It's a sweet ring. Mm.
I love that they put the score on there.
Yeah, that score is. I mean, I would have put it on there too if I'm beating the Chiefs. I mean,
yeah,
why not? That's awesome, man. Well, listen, we're going to be concluding soon. So, with that being said, I've got to do one thing. If you pay attention to UFC, we had a retirement fight yesterday. Dustin Poirier is retired officially. And I have a video. I mean, this is the perfect way to end a career. He didn't win, but that's okay. I mean, he fought one of the best to ever do it as well. He fought Max Holloway. Heck of a fight. I did not watch it, but I did watch a bunch of highlights today. Because I'll say this. The last fight I bought, I was kind of disappointed in the main event. So I was like, hey, I'm not spending another $80 to see. I didn't know what I was going to get. Be honest. I knew it was going to be a good fight, but, well, I thought the last one was too. But I have a video I do want to play. This is a tribute to him. This is him. I mean, I'm not even going to say. I'm just going to play it on screen. It's about 2 minutes long or so, and then I want to talk about some of his people he's beat over his career because he's had a heck of a career, man. But I'm going to play it right now.
Oh man! And how about Max Holloway just stepping out of the way and going, "It's your night." Yeah. I know I was a side character in this mission. I came in, I did my job. But I will give you the floor because you deserve the floor.
Right.
This is awesome, man.
And then when Max wasn't hearing enough volume from the locals, he got back on the mic to make sure they did right by Poirier. Just dripping with class all week for Holloway. And, yeah, performance-wise, certainly did what he had to do.
Have we ever seen anything like this before in the UFC?
No. Certainly there have been home state showcases, but nothing like this before.
Yeah, I mean, this is built around him. This is all for his moment. And, you know, he delivered. He did exactly what we wanted him to do and go out there and leave it out there.
And I asked Dana White in the cage, I said, how's New Orleans? He goes, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not 10 years before we're back here because these people showed out.
Yeah.
They were here early and they were loud. They were loud, man.
Well, the appetite and competition for these domestic pay-per-views obviously has never been bigger. But what a week it has been for your city and your state. The boot!
Oh.
And we'll see how soon it is before we get back here.
So yeah,
Yeah, I like that, man. That was pretty sweet.
yeah. I mean, he deserved that, man. He deserved the whole night. I mean, yeah, I hate how he didn't win, but it was a good fight from what I saw. So kudos to him on finishing his career, facing Max Holloway for the third time, and Max Holloway finally won. So kudos to all that, man. Great fight. It's crazy because over the last month we've had two retire, and John Jones and now him. Man, I mean, I want to go over this list of I have these here. So he lost to Max Holloway last night. His fight before that was literally almost a year ago. He lost to Islam Makhachev, which, I mean, Islam is nuts. And then he beat Benito St. Denis. I'm not sure who that is. And then he lost to Justin Gaethje. He's beat Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor twice. He's beat Dan Hooker. He did lose to Khabib, which Khabib is insane. Still hadn't been beat. And then you have Max Holloway. He's beat already. Justin Gaethje. I mean, the list goes on and on. The dude's been fighting since 2009. Great career. Went out swinging. And the last 10 seconds, Derek, Max Holloway said pretty much in UFC terms, let's duke it out. And the last 10 seconds was crazy. They were just boxing, essentially. They did both get knocked down twice. They both knocked each other down. And it went all 5 rounds, all 25 minutes. And like I said, Max Holloway won. They were fighting for the BMF. I'm not going to say what that stands for, but it's it's an actual belt in the UFC for let's just say the baddest man. I'm not going to say what that means, but I'm sure you could figure that out.
Yep.
So kudos to that, man. I wanted to end kind of on that because I feel like he deserved that. Give him some love to the UFC and give some love to him. Finished out strong, and let's see some good cards coming up soon. So, but I wanted to kind of play that at the end. But kind of tell us, man. I know we have a big guest on Wednesday.
Yes, we have a local lady here from right up the road from me. Softball player, actually the girlfriend of a guy we had on back during football season from Moore City, the quarterback. I found that out.
Okay.
Big softball player, actually representing the U.S. in the Netherlands this summer. As she went over there and played. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to kind of hear about that journey. Then Sunday night we have a college basketball player on. She plays for St. Thomas down in the Houston area. She transferred from Mary Hardin Baylor, so this would be her second or third year. I'm not exactly sure, but she actually reached out to us to come on, and that was pretty cool. And then we got a lot of stuff in the works. Still waiting on some phone calls back to set some kind of big stuff up. And then, of course, in the morning, we've got Evan and Caleb recognize game. We've got the Mack truck tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night, we've got the crew talk. Tuesday, you've got Sorry in Advance with Sean and Scott and Ryan. We're back here, of course, Wednesday. Thursday, you got Casey and his dad, Mr. William. Friday, going back golfing?
Let's get it.
Are you up for it? I didn't know.
I'm up for it.
Everybody's kind of had a weird schedule. Got to get with Sean. So possibly back Friday night. And then kind of one more week. Get through this week. Maybe next Sunday we'll start plugging what we've got coming up.
Yes, next Sunday.
Next Sunday we'll kind of throw that in there, and we'll give us some people, make sure we're still on pace for that. And then, man, we're in August after that. I mean, we're 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks from August.
I know, it's crazy. Well, guys, as always, follow the QR code to follow us on all of our socials, all of our streaming platforms. appreciate everyone being here. All the comments from Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. We appreciate everyone being here. Appreciate Tay being here, giving us that interview. That was awesome. Good luck to you, man, this year. Well, we will be watching you August 14th on TV, which is awesome. So we'll be watching you there. Appreciate our sponsors. Just appreciate all the love and support from everybody. And again, me and Derek, Bearded Bros, be back Wednesday. Again, be here every day to watch all of our other podcasts on our network, on the Tire Sports Network. Be here to support them and show them love as like y'all do with us. And until then, we'll see y'all then.
All right.